Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I want to share something with you today, a story that's not about grand achievements or overnight success, but about the quiet strength we find when we feel most lost. Imagine a small, forgotten seed buried under layers of cold, hard earth. For the longest time, that was me. I felt stuck, invisible, convinced that the darkness was all there was. Every day was a struggle just to breathe, to believe that there was a point to it all. The world outside seemed so bright and full of life, but my world had shrunk to a tiny, suffocating space. I compared myself to everyone, and in my own eyes I always came up short. I remember this one particular morning. The sun was streaming through the window, but I couldn't feel its warmth. I just lay there thinking, is this it? Is this all my life is going to be? The weight of my own expectations and the expectations I imagined others had for me was crushing. It was a feeling of deep, profound loneliness, even when I was surrounded by people. Hope felt like a word from a foreign language I couldn't understand. But then, something shifted. It wasn't a lightning bolt or a dramatic revelation. It was a whisper, a tiny, defiant thought that said, "What if you just tried? What if you took one small step?" So I did. I got out of bed. I opened the window and took a deep, deliberate breath of fresh air. It sounds so simple, almost silly. But in that moment, it was a victory. That first step led to another. I started going for walks, not to get anywhere specific, but just to feel the ground beneath my feet. I began noticing the little things, the way the light filtered through the leaves, the sound of birds in the morning, the smile of a stranger. These weren't grand solutions to my problems, but they were cracks of light piercing through the darkness. They were reminders that a world existed outside of my own head, a world that was still beautiful and full of possibility. I started to understand that strength isn't about never falling. It's about how you get back up. It's not about being fearless. It's about taking action despite the fear. My journey wasn't a straight line. There were days I stumbled, days the old darkness crept back in. But now, I had a new tool. I had the memory of those small victories. I knew I had risen once, and I could do it again. Just like that seed, I realized that the darkness wasn't a tomb. It was fertile ground. The pressure, the struggle, it was all part of the process of breaking through the surface. We all have that seed of strength and hope within us. Sometimes it's buried deep, but it's never gone. You have to be willing to nurture it, to give it that first drop of water, that first ray of light. So, if you're feeling lost right now, if you feel buried and unseen, please hear this. You are not alone, and this is not your final chapter. Your strength is not gone. It's just waiting. Start small. Take one deep breath. Take one step. Look for one small, beautiful thing today. That is how you begin to rise. That is how you reclaim your hope. You are far more resilient than you know. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. It means the world to me. Take care, and remember to be kind to yourself.